So it's been a minute since I've done this. And I've tried over the last few years to do this. And I would just, it would just become too much. I wanted to establish too much that I wouldn't get it done. I would say it's been about, what, maybe like 11, 12 years. So, hi, I go by the name Diane. If you, I used to have an old channel called Valkyrie PSP, and I used to do videos on there, and I had a secondary channel called Kimmy Speaks. So I'm back here now again, trying to revamp it, and just, I've grown so much since that time. I've grown so much in the last 16 years. Back then, I was, yeah, the same person I am now. No, I'm just joking. Spirit wise, yes, but back then I was into just doing skits and just trying to give entertainment and just having a good time. My second channel, I was sharing a lot of inspirational stuff and exploring music. So finding different music artists and trying to share that bit, as well as a spiritual component. And now this time, this third time around, I wouldn't say I'm more artistic, but I've gone through a lot more artistic endeavors, and and I think it's time for me to start kind of documenting that process and sharing it, because even since back then, I love sharing stuff, whether that's, comedy, poetry, music, whatever. And this channel here, I'm just gonna stay true to all of that. Um, Light editing, not anything crazy. I'm really not trying to overwhelm myself with the process of trying to do too much. Excuse me. Trying to do too much as far as, editing and doing all the flashy stuff. Um, Unless it's takes an insignificant amount of time. But if I find that I'm getting a little too crazy with it, I'll take a break. So, this is my welcome back to YouTube, my welcome back to the community. Um, what has happened since? Actually, I don't even think I need to catch y'all up, because I already told you the channel names from back in the day. So if you want to watch those, you can. But for now, moving forward, we're moving forward. So I'm an artist, and I'm also an engineer. So I love creating things digitally. I love creating things physically. Um, I like to work in just about every medium. So from plastics to wood to laser to, like I said, digital, acrylic, oil, um, and yeah. And I'm also a musician. So I play bass guitar, and I also play saxophone, alto saxophone. Um, and like I said, so I'm gonna be just sharing my life, sharing my little tidbits, just having a great time with it all. And if you see something you're, uh, super interested in that I've done, then feel free to ask for a tutorial or something like that. But so I'm also a maker, because that goes with artistry, right? Um, I'll show you half a bust that I've created. So this is like half a bust that I've created of one of my characters. Um, this was sculpted digitally. I've sculpted digitally. I've done some physical sculpts as well, but with everything, it takes time, right? And the one thing that, unfortunately, social media and, you know, robs us of is remembering that things take time. We have to constantly remind ourselves that things take time. Because, you know, you can watch a tutorial or something like that, and the tutorial is 30 minutes, but that's not the actual duration, you know, of how long it's going to take you to do whatever it is you're trying to do. It might have took that person 6 hours, right? And then you find out that it takes you 6 hours, but you're just like, how did they do that in 30 minutes? Especially if they're not, you know, speeding it up and it just looks like, you know, it was quick. So a lot of my artistry has been about taking that pause. Because I remember back in the day when I used to shoot the videos and stuff, I had spent hours editing, you know, whether that was doing graphic editing, or even editing the music that would go to whatever my footage. That took hours, you know. And when you remember that as an artist, as a creator, when you remember these things take time and they're not often finished in 30 minutes or even a week, then you'll start to, you know, have grace with yourself, you know, because it's real easy. I come across like some people that are like, I can't do this or I can't do that. And then I always go, you know, did you try? And then, but not in like a negative way, because it's not like, did you try? It's kind of like, how many times did you try? How long did you try? You know, oh, 5 minutes. I think I would be frustrated too if I only tried for 5 minutes and expected a finished product, right? So things take time. I'll show you some more stuff. So some things I'm super like, it's a new fascination for me. So I got into the little melt beads, and that is actually a very relaxing activity. If you need a moment to kind of, you know, de-stress, decompress, or just quiet reflection, these are really cool because, you know, you're following whatever pattern you've established or something you found online, and you're just going with the flow. So it's this with a heart in the middle. So I intend to do giveaways as well on this channel, so you'll definitely stay tuned for that. So little melt beads, these are so awesome. They take some time though. Like even the small ones, they take time. I'm actually working on a bigger one, which is the Pink Panther. That one's gonna take a while, but it's gonna take a while if I don't work on it, right? So I gotta take the time to work on it. That's just a couple of things. I do other things too. I also work with leather. I work with fabric. Like I said, I'm a maker. So from, you know, sewing various garments to embellishing garments to customizing hats, t-shirts, shoes, you name it, you know, painting, I do that as well. I just, for me, it's definitely a true passion, and it's been for a while, you know. And you know, my goal here, like I said, is just to share this journey, you know, and encourage you guys to, you know, come alongside me and watch my journey, or, you know, live vicariously through me, or even just provide some entertainment, you know, that doesn't have too many expectations. So I can show you a sculpt I just did a few weeks ago. This one is actually a physical sculpt, and my intention is to do more physical sculpting. So this is one of the sculptures I've done, and it's one of the first big format ones. I'm still getting to know the material and still, you know, understanding how it works and, you know, reflowing it. So I'm probably going to go in at some point and you know, finesse it some more. I've done some little bit of refining to it, but I might do a little bit more. Um, I'm also aiming to do more mixed media. So I want to connect both my digital mediums in physical form because I do that as well. So here's one of my characters that I sculpted digitally, and I kind of have my own signature style that I do. And you know, the thing about signature styles, right? Matter of fact, I might make another video for that because I don't want to talk too long. But once again, my name's Diane. I'm so glad that you are joining me on this journey. Stay tuned because there's a lot more to come and there's a lot more I want to share. So thank you for just watching this brief introduction and hearing where I'm going with this. And like I said, stay tuned. I have more to provide. Before I go, I'll show you one more figure. So, this here. This is a character. Much like, well, I've grown artistically as well. So you'll see that. You'll see that as you watch me progress and I show you things. But this one was a play on color and design. So I'll just keep talking forever. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Peace.